Welcome to Learn English Online, Lesson 5. In today's lesson, I'm going to reveal a special feature of conditional sentences that you might not yet learn at school. Alright, so actually in English language, subject and verb can be inverted with the three kinds of conditions right here. Alright, so before we get into the lesson, let me define the word inverted. So what do I mean by the word inverted? Actually, the word inverted focuses on the order of the subject and the verb, right? So generally in English, subject comes before the verb, but with inverted form, the verb comes before the subject. And this is the special feature of conditional sentences in English, that you can swap the position of a verb into the front of the subject with first condition, second condition, and third condition. So right now we move on to the three basic form here. Alright, so we begin with the first condition. Here is the basic form: if plus subject plus present simple verb. That right here I call this verb 1. And if you want to invert it, just simply remove if right here and then replace it with should. Alright, so should, subject, and then base form. Please remember to change present simple verb right here to base form, right? So please do not forget. What about the second condition? For the second condition, the basic form is if plus subject, then past simple verb, right? But past simple verb are usually called verb 2. So it's simply that if you want to remove it, just remove if, all right? If you want to invert, just remove if and then replace it with verb plus the subject. Then remember to change verb 2 or past simple verb into to infinitive. That is really important, all right? So please do not forget. All right, so what about the third condition? For the third condition, the basic form in if clause, subject plus with past perfect simple, right? So please remember, it's very simple. You just remove if and then you change the position of head into the front of the subject right here. Head comes before the subject, and then please keep verb 3 or past participle verb just in the same form right there. Alright, so this all the basics form how to invert the verb and subject with the three type of condition. Okay, so now please move on to practice. Here we have three sentences or three type of condition, and the purpose of mine is to reduce them using the basic form above. Alright, so now we begin the first example. If you break the rules, you will be fined. So basing on the basic form, for the first condition, you just simply remove if, right? You remove if and then replace if with should. So here you have should. Should you break the rules, you will be fined. Alright, so if is no longer here, it is replaced by should. What about the second condition? For the second condition, if you broke the rules, you would be fined. Alright, so it's quite simple. In order to invert the second condition, you just simply remove if right here and then replace it with verb, right? So if is no longer here because you're going to replace it with verb, Okay, and please do not forget to change verb to or past simple verb into to infinitive. All right, so the word broke here is verb to, so we change broke to infinitive, then to plus base form, right? So broke gonna change to break. So the complete sentence reads, were you to break the rules, you would be fined. Right? Here the example number 2. And here we come to the end of the example, or the last example. If you had broken the rules yesterday, he would have fined you. Alright, so if you want to invert the third condition, it's quite simple. You just swap the position of head into the front of the subject, then you have to remove if. Alright, so here we remove if, and then we swap the position of head right here into the front of the subject. So you will get, had you broken the rules yesterday, he would have fined you. Right? So that's all the basic form. So please remember, whenever you want to invert the subject and verb with conditional sentences, please remember the 3 basic forms above for the first condition, second, and third. Alright, so this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.